All right. Back to the basement? Maybe. The DNC is all over and done with. Here to talk about with us, Republican political strategist Vlad Davidiuk. The whole idea here that they can protect Joe Biden from the media, they can protect him from anybody who might report on him making a gaffe. That's pretty tough. Do you think that maybe some of what's going on with the whole COVID thing right now has a whole lot to do with having an excuse for Joe Biden not to get out in public?
Well, I mean, and good morning to you guys. The only way Democrats have left to shield Joe is to keep him in the basement. His 50-plus years of failure in government, his inability to express himself coherently without a teleprompter, his incredible capacity for gaffes. All of this is summed up best in what Barack Obama said about him, which is don't underestimate Joe's ability to F things up. And so keeping him in the basement is probably the best option.
And the sad thing is, we make all these jokes about him being in his basement, and some people are suggesting, why doesn't Trump go ahead and do a debate with an empty chair, a la Clint Eastwood? But it's really about the policy. I mean, that's what's not coming across to the American people. They don't understand the difference in policy.
Well, it's not just that, Shara. It's even worse. Because when we've been watching the Democrat convention this week, it's watching an alternate reality. It's watching the Twilight Zone. We're watching them completely lie every single day to the American people about the accomplishments of President Trump and what the Democrats propose to do. And they're completely twisting reality and trying to portray what they would do as if it's something that is not only broadly accepted and widely demanded, but positive. And then everything that President Trump and the Republicans have done, as if it's the worst thing that's ever happened. It's completely rewriting what reality is and trying to spoon feed it to the American people one day at a time.
The only way to change that alternate reality is to have a healthy presidential debate, 2 or 3 of them minimally. Do you think that is going to happen, Vlad, or do you think they're going to find a way to weasel out of those?
Look, I think the Democrats know that if Joe Biden gets on the debate stage, he'll be forced to answer to the violence and destruction the left has inflicted on cities across America. They know that he's going to be held to account because he's going to have to answer those questions. He knows that he'll have to answer if he supports the effort to defund the police. He knows he'll have to say if he supports the new Green New Deal. He knows he'll have to answer if he supports Medicare for all, huge tax increases on American families, open borders, a total shutdown of the economy as a response to a disease that has a 99.9% survival rate. This hateful cancel culture that attacks law enforcement, burns churches, tears down monuments of American heroes like Frederick Douglass, George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln. Democrats know that if he gets on a stage, all those things are going to be put out there, and there's no real way for him to embrace that and claim still that he's trying to reach the middle of America.
All righty, sir. Thank you as always. Appreciate it. Republican political strategist Vlad Davidiuk joining us here on News Radio 740 KTRH.